news, we break it all down. The Vault Studio, the best show in town. Show in town, best show in town, best show in town. Lights on, mic check, game time, let's go. Jay George, Scotty running the show. Rock on the mix, keeping it tight. NFL talk every day, every night.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. I'm your host, JA, and I'm joined by a couple of legends on the casting couch.
Couple of legends,
Boy
all right.
and Scotty. How are we, lads?
Yeah, boy, we're back. Let's do it.
Another big week of football. A
Huge
big week
week.
3. Few upsets. There's some teary teams that aren't going to go undefeated now, as much as they said they would.
Shout out to Green Bay
Shout out to Green Bay. But yeah,
and their
wild.
fan.
What? That's very good for you, actually. Quickly before we get stuck into it, sponsor Sporting Globe Churnside Park. Make sure you get around it. There will be a video out tomorrow with how we do the app and everything. But
Nice.
bottom line is, go into the app. You go to personal information, sponsorship, change it to the Vault Studio, and then when you spend money at the Vault, you'll
At the Sporting Globe.
Sporting Globe, it will contribute to us and help.
Judging
us
by the
sponsorship.
IQ of some of our listeners, I think an instructional video is probably apt.
Yeah, I think I need. The
Well, it's not
video.
our listeners, it's how it comes out.
Well, yeah, the explanation leaves a bit to be desired.
Yeah,
let's be
yeah.
fair.
What?
Shout out to Sporting Globe, though. Shout out
Yeah.
to
Shout out to Dave and Eloise.
Eloise.
Awesome.
And yeah, jump on the socials. Follow, like, subscribe, comment. We love
that
troll
gay
comments. So that we love the troll comments so that I can troll you back. Shout out to Brock Jones. And yeah, no, let's get started, man. I love this.
All right, let's start with the Vikings.
We got some big games this week.
winning the backup
The backup,
QB
this was
Bowl.
the backup
Yeah.
QB Bowl.
And the Vikings showed they're a much better all-round team than
Yep.
the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep.
I think that's very fair to say.
Marcus Mariota is a high level backup. He can come
Marcus
in.
Mariota wasn't in this
And,
game.
That's the Falcons
who
backup.
was I-
Who's
who-
coming up
Wentz.
later? Don't
I'm
worry.
thinking of
Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is probably one of the better backups in the league.
Can I have
started-
a question for you guys?
Yeah.
Is Carson Wentz
Yes.
better than JJ McCarthy
Yes.
at this point?
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
Yes, he is. But the problem is that Carson Wentz is not the future of the team. JJ
No.
McCarthy is.
Yeah, but if their future is, if they want to win this year, I think Carson Wentz gives them the best opportunity to win.
Now he does, but the more reps that McCarthy gets, the better he will get.
Yeah.
And
You
Wentz-
hope because it doesn't get worse.
Well, I'm using logic. It doesn't get any worse. I agree, and Wentz is on the decline. He's not getting any better at his age. McCarthy can only go up based on experience and level of play so far, and they've used a pretty high draft pick to get him. So you'd think that they would want to, if he's healthy, they'd be starting.
this is the kind of draft pick that can fully derail a team.
I don't-
Because you reach for the quarterback that, well, I wasn't high on him, but people were high on him. And then you force him to play. So then you burn a year or two. Then if you realize he doesn't have it,
you've like missed your
you
window.
may
I
have
think.
missed your potential Super Bowl window here.
That's fair. That's a fair statement. That is a fair statement.
In fairness, Carson Wentz wasn't phenomenal in this game. He just took what they were
Just
giving
ran
him.
No, but he
offense.
didn't
Survived
lose
it.
the game for
No,
him
he didn't turn the
because
ball over. He let the defense dominate.
McCarthy's
Running
lost
game work.
games for him.
Well, he won them the Bears game, you could argue, but he lost them last week. The game against Atlanta, he cost them 100% because Atlanta aren't a good defense, and we'll talk about them later.
Yeah. Yeah, because he couldn't
he just couldn't do
decipher the blitz, and he couldn't hit the one-on-one receivers.
Yeah.
He can't throw with anticipation, and he's throwing motions too slow.
Yeah, that's 100% fair. But this Bengals team, just quickly to touch on the Bengals, it's over.
Yeah.
Talk about blowing up Super Bowl windows.
I know they're only 2-1, but unless Joe Burrow can come back in the next week or so, it's going to be
No, it's not going to happen. It's a 3-month layoff at a minimum.
So I
And he's not coming
don't-
back for the last 2 games or 3 games of the year. What for?
no, I actually don't think they can win a game without him personally. I think they'll have to.
You know what I
have to
think?
shit
I
in
think
the
when he tore his toe off his fucking foot, that was the last time we're ever going to see him in a Bengals jersey. Is what I think.
No, I don't think so. I don't think the Bengals will trade him as much as you might want to. I don't think they will because
No.
they know without him they're nothing.
They
So
can
they've gotta
force his
keep-
hand
Well,
though.
they're nothing with him.
He can force their hand.
Yeah, he can. I guess. I don't know. All I know is the Jake Browning. He's probably going to have a game where he throws for a few yards. And
So sorry, just to touch on that quickly,
Yeah.
and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I disagree fully with your comment. Like, why, if he wants out, why would you force him to stay when he doesn't want to be there? When you can trade him and get a king's ransom for him, you'll get 3 first-round picks for him.
Another off season of just the circus act of players not wanting to be there, re-signing them late. just the wheel just keeps spinning.
I'm
Like,
just going on history of what the Bengals do. They will not.
Yeah, but if you
They will fight
if you
tooth
get
and
3
nail.
first round picks for him, which you very much will,
yeah,
that
should.
could reset your whole franchise.
Realistically, you should get 4 first round picks for him. Like if the Rams, let's just say the Rams, because that's kind of the perfect team, right?
Sure,
They
you're
would have to
welcome.
give up both next year's first,
Yeah.
and then 2 more years of first.
I don't think they will though. They'll play hardball because they'll be like, he wants to leave, and
He
there's
wants
no
to
one
leave,
else
yeah.
bidding for him.
Yeah, that's fair.
So they can be, hey, we'll give
Even if
you
you got 2 firsts and
And a
2
really-
seconds, that's still good.
And
you can-
that's not good enough.
Well,
So this is the best.
well,
quarterback in
you're never going to get fair value.
It's a buy-
for,
it's exactly,
for an
it's a buy-
elite
it's a buy-
quarterback that wants to leave.
It's a buyer's market. Exactly right. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to. If come the off season, he might. I would say he'll play for the Bengals next year. I think he'll come
I
back
don't see
this
it.
year.
I think he's had enough. I think he's had enough of getting his ass kicked. He wants to go somewhere where he can win.
Well, a lot of stuff's come out now because of his injury. Like he got, Andrew Luck retired because he was sacked
Yep.
so often. He's been hit 60 more times or something than Andrew
In the
Luck
same amount of time.
span.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In less games actually.
Yeah.
because he missed a season.
Yeah.
So I don't think Burrow's a sort of. I think he's a little bit of a different cat than Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was very happy to not be a football player anymore.
Who's also went to Stanford. He's an incredibly smart
Exactly.
person.
He knew he had a bright future anywhere he
Away
went.
from
I'm
football,
not saying
yeah.
that Burrow doesn't have that, but he's not the same sort of guy as like Luck was basically like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
I have a future waiting for me, and I don't want to be in a wheelchair when that future starts.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Or,
I think
or
Burrow
it'd be
is
so
all,
much that I'll lose my marbles
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
I think Burrow is all football all the time, but it's just a
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wants to win, and he's not. He knows he can't win in
Part-time
Cincy.
serial killer.
part-time serial killer.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He's got the mental state of it.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard from
yeah.
someone
Yeah.
a few times. But
Shout
this is just a polished win by the Vikings. They
Yep.
didn't do anything really special. They just played really good defense, which they do every week. And Carson Wentz did what he had to do. Jordan Mason is 100% taking over that running back room.
Yep.
He's number one. Great move by them getting him.
Yep.
Because they weren't willing. The 49ers weren't going to re-sign him.
Mm.
He's in a contract year. It's a great move to keep him. They can move on from Aaron Jones next year and then roll with Jordan Mason for
Absolutely,
a similar
they can.
contract.
Great move for me in fantasy, punting on running backs and picking him up in the mid rounds. And that's all we need to talk about for this game.
If I was the Vikings, I'd be signing Jordan Mason to a long-term deal as soon as possible.
Oh, maybe not long term. He's 26.
So like 3 years.
Give him
or
3
something
year
like
deal,
that.
something, which is a long term deal for a
for a
running back.
Yeah. All right. Next game on the agenda, we have the Pats. These are your boys, George, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Pats
Look, I
hand
might
the
have
game to
look.
the Steelers.
Look, I might have gone a year early on the Pats. I'm
decade early.
probably happy to concede a year early. The signs are there. I will say this though, right? We, as you can see there in the tagline, they handed 5 fucking turnovers to the Steelers, who are a complete dog shit team, terrible on defense. They can't run the ball. Aaron Rodgers looks 87 years old standing in the pocket, and they still only lost by 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
And they had
So
2 red zone turnovers.
Yeah.
On like the 4-yard line, there was a fumble by guess who, Stevenson. And
Shout out
the pick-
Ramondre,
You mean who's the Ravens running back? I've got his name.
Derrick Henry.
You mean Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ruined now. I can't
So
remember his name.
the signs are there. I might have gone a year early.
Drake May played fine. He just turns the ball. They're just not a very good. They're not a very talented offense. They're really not. And it's funny now. Like they cut the Thornton, who's doing decent for the Chiefs right now.
Whoa.
They cut him for nothing.
He's decent. He's decent.
decent. He's been
Come on.
I
playing
think
fine.
Mahomes is making him look better.
Yeah, but he'd be their starter here. Like they just cut guys, and then
Booty's okay.
they're sticking to Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
and everyone
get-
was hammering them. And then they finally, there was all these jokes about did Henderson
Yeah.
sleep with Vrabel's wife or something? Why isn't he getting reps? And then he got 11 carries for 28 yards.
Yeah.
So he wasn't any better. I just
Yeah.
think, I don't think the Patriots are there yet.
he can bring
I
a bit
like
more
Drake.
juice in the passing game.
I think they need to put Henderson in because what's the point of playing Stevenson? All he does is fumble.
Yep.
You may as well just go. He's not in your long-term plan, Stevenson. He can't be. If he is the Patriots,
It's a contract year for him as well, so you can just cut ties.
Yeah,
See you later.
just put him on the bench, use him when you have to, and move on. But
Yeah.
Rodgers decent in this game too. Like he's just doing what we all thought he'd kind of do.
Decent.
He was decent. Decent's not good. Decent's like below.
Decent's
average.
better than good.
Is it?
No,
Yes.
no, it's,
No, it's
decent.
decent, good.
Decent is below good for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
He was
Decent.
decent.
Is decent just above average?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
Probably
average,
slightly above
decent,
it,
good, very good, excellent.
I would say Rogers was
Peyton Manning.
flirting
Peyton
with
Manning.
the line of being.
Yeah, he's average. He's
Average.
he's
He's-
doing an okay job.
he's very looking his age though.
Oh yeah, 100% he is.
When
Other times undefeated.
Yeah.
For a reason.
For a reason. Amen.
I don't. Does anyone think the Steelers or the
Nope.
like the Steelers are 2-1 and they're the fakest 2-1 I've ever seen. Like, they're not good at all.
Well, I had that one showdown with the Jets that was a high scoring affair.
Yeah, which the
Week
Jets,
one.
and the Jets haven't won a game since, which tells you.
Well,
pretty
they haven't
much
won a game
everything.
yet.
Yeah. So it tells you everything you know about the Jets as well. Like, I think the Steelers, they tried with Aaron Rodgers. They are going to have to come up with a bona fide answer though for the quarterback position. Like, and they need to do it.
The answer is to bottom out and fucking draft
Rebuild.
one.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'll happen this year. I think they'll still win 7 or 8 games.
Nah, I don't
Like, they're
know.
not going to be a playoff team, but they're going to win. I think the minimum for them is 6 games.
I think I had him winning 6. in my
They've already
prediction.
won 2. They're only going to win 4 more. Like, they're going to do it.
Yeah, that probably.
Like, Rodgers is going to have a couple of like turn back the clock
Yeah,
games. You
like
know
turn
that's
back
going to
games,
happen.
yeah.
Where he's
That
gonna
will
torch some
happen.
teams.
But my issue is the defense. The defense is not good.
Well, it's not bad though. Like TJ Watt's had a slow start. He is coming off injury, but he's got an impact still. But he just doesn't look.
Yeah.
He doesn't look the same. I think that contract is going to bite them in the ass a little bit. But I
Little bit.
also don't blame them for doing it because when you've got a superstar, you just keep him. But they probably didn't need to give him that long term a deal. It's going to hurt.
The only player on that defense that looks good, in my opinion, is Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen's a good player.
Yeah,
Oh,
Queen is good.
I think Jalen Ramsey looked okay.
He's looked okay.
Like,
He's been burnt a lot though. He's
Yeah.
making plays, but
he's real yin and yang.
Yeah.
He makes some plays mainly in the running game and tackling and that sort of stuff.
But he's always been
coverage.
that. He's always been good at that because he's so fucking big.
Yeah, but he had the coverage ability too.
Yeah,
He's lost that a little
Lost
bit.
that step. Yeah.
Wild career, Jalen Ramsey, when it's all said and done.
I like Ramsey. I
I do
think he's
too,
been
like-
a very good player.
But he was like the best player on the Jaguars, the best defensive player in football almost when he was on the Jags. And
True.
they were just like, see ya. Then he
Yeah.
goes and wins the Super Bowl. And,
And he was still good at the Rams. He was still good at Miami for a while.
yeah, he had a good year at Miami too. Like he's
Oh, let's go to the next game, please.
what's
My
the
man.
next game?
My man.
Indiana
Yeah,
Jones has to be the early MVP.
He's got to be in the conversation. He has to be, man. He's playing fucking lights out.
He's playing very well. We were talking about this before the show. I thought it was going to be a disaster.
He's made no mistakes.
I'm happily wrong about.
He's made no
about his
mistakes.
team.
He's run the offense competently. He's taken every single thing that the defense gives him. He's taken it.
Yeah,
Mate, they punted once in 3 fucking weeks. Like, what are we talking about here? He's killing it.
he's kind of fallen into the perfect situation for himself.
He has.
which is they run the ball extremely well. But have they really beaten anyone good? Like Denver was a good win. Don't get me wrong.
Denver was a
but
good win.
we all
They-
agree they should have lost that.
They should have
Yeah,
lost
they
that
got a
game.
little bit lucky, but that happens. That's the NFL.
It does happen. But and then the Titans, like Michael Pittman came out before the game in his press conference after, said we were watching the Titans before the game and they looked uninterested in playing football.
Yeah.
That's a big indictment.
Losing
on
a game
coach.
before it starts.
Yeah, that's literally says like we knew
For,
we were
for
going to
one
beat them before it
professional to
started.
say that about another professional is a massive indictment. I agree.
It's
Yeah.
But to be fair, they put him to the sword,
yeah, they did beat them good and proper. Good
So-
and proper beat up.
which is what you're supposed to do to crappy teams. If you're a good team, you put him to the sword.
Yeah, I said I've got no issues with Daniel Jones. I think he's played outstanding the first.
As it stands right now, he's
outstanding is a. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's
No.
just pump the brakes a little bit.
He's had no turnovers in 3 weeks, which has been his biggest issue. He's thrown the ball with accuracy.
Yes.
He's controlled the offense. They have a very good running game. Like JT is one of the best running backs in football. The
Agreed.
overall
He's a game
is very good.
manager. Is what you're
He's
saying.
a high-end game manager.
He's a
Yeah,
high-level
that's
game
fine.
manager. Great.
But-
high. I won't commit to high end just yet.
At this point, he's played like a high-end game manager. Again, I
Yeah,
want
but
to see.
but Scott, you're doing that because you're looking at his body of work from New York.
No,
You're taking that into consideration, whether you want to or not. Subconsciously, it's,
No,
it's burned into your mind.
like
because
you
it
look at
wasn't
his
that
stats
bad.
for the first game, he had 150 yards.
It doesn't matter about stats, mate. It's
It
about
does.
it doesn't. It doesn't. This isn't your fucking fantasy team, bro. No one cares.
I'm not. But okay. Well, what are you comparing him against?
If you go by the numbers, pull the numbers up.
Well, hang
James.
on. You
Yeah,
can't.
no, no,
You can't say stats
No,
and numbers.
I'm saying because you go by the stats. If you go by the numbers and put his numbers next to Josh Allen's numbers,
He's got 816 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 0 turnovers.
Put it next to pull up
I don't have a keyboard.
Josh Allen's.
Oh yeah.
We're,
yeah.
Sorry, we're without Tommy tonight, which we're missing very
But
much.
Allen
Tommy, we
missed
missed
2.5
it.
quarters in a blowout.
Oh God, you've always got excuses, don't you?
No, bro.
Well, that's something.
If you want to compare, he's played half a game less.
His QBR's 85, man. Look at that. It's through the roof,
Yeah.
bro.
That's not that high. Oh, it's actually first in the NFL. Oh, that's the
That's
It's the
QBR. It's
different
not passer rating.
not passer rating. My mistake. Like I said, I'm happily wrong about Daniel Jones, but I want to see it for a few more weeks.
Yeah.
But it's basically what we saw with Sam Darnold last year.
Yeah.
Gets a fresh start with a good coach that looks after him, schemes him up. I think the biggest indictment that I've realized on the Colts now, and this is where I'm going to give you some praise here, Richardson must be that shit.
He's fucking awful. I've
he'd
been
have to
saying
be.
it since day one. He
Right.
has to be.
Like,
Last year, this was a playoff caliber roster.
and it is this year, and they're probably going to win this division.
This
because
is
the
a very,
division's falling apart.
very
They-
big litmus test. They got the Rams next week.
Yeah, it is, but I would have said the litmus. We said the litmus test was against the Broncos, and he
Yeah.
played well against the
He
Broncos.
did play
too.
well. He did play well.
Now, like again, I'm more concerned. I was more concerned coming out of that game about the Broncos' defense than Daniel
Yeah.
Jones. But at some point, when he keeps doing it, I said if he does it again against the Rams, then we're having a real conversation about it.
Yep.
Yep.
But this could
Yeah,
be
because the Rams are a good team. The Rams are a good team.
this could be the Darnold, the Baker,
Could be.
the Geno Smith, where they come back and just they resurrect their career. And you know what?
Good for him.
Anyone that escapes New York and finds success, I'm all for it. But
Amen.
fuck the
Fuck
Giants.
the Giants.
Hashtag fuck the Giants. Because all they do is fuck up everything they touch.
I just want to see it for a few more weeks before we
I agree.
put him in that bucket with those players.
I'm just saying, from what I've seen this season so far, he's been very good.
Agreed.
I don't think that's an unfair thing to say.
Shout out Indy Jones. Bang.
Indiana Jones is such a good nickname too. Danny Dimes is finished. It's
Indiana
Indiana,
Jones.
Jones.
I love it.
now. And they should be trying to extend him very quickly so they don't get to the end of the season and have the same issue.
If
So
they
he's on a 1 year deal.
if they get to like 10 wins, the contract will be signed for sure.
Yeah, well, and we'll talk a bit later because there's other teams coming out for this division, but it's wide open for them now. It's theirs if
It's
they want.
theirs. It's theirs. If the only thing that will kill them is themselves.
I don't
it's
think it's theirs yet. We'll talk about Jags later too. Jags are winning as well. So.
Yeah, but they haven't looked as good
No, I agree.
as
I
what
agree.
the Indy has looked much better.
Like a very complete team.
Yeah. Agreed.
They're one injury for Taylor, who's been pretty injury prone the last 2 years, away from falling off a cliff.
That's fair too.
That's fair,
that's
but we
fair.
play with injuries off here, Scott. Stop being so pessimistic.
Well, we can go straight to the we do play with injuries off, but that's not reality, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but come on, man.
Anyway, all running backs are a hit away because they get hurt a lot.
Yep.
Let's go to the next big game, including the AFC South. It's the Texans going down to the Jaguars 17-10, and they are now 0-3. Like, it's not completely over.
Watch what I'm doing. Watch what I'm doing. Zoop.
I think
Put
it's
a line
over.
through 'em. They're done.
So,
Yeah.
of the 4 teams that have made it from going 0-3, 3 of them have been since they went to 17-game seasons. So it's more.
And one of them was the Texans.
One of them was the Texans, and it's
Yeah.
more. And I think the other one was the Bengals.
Yep.
And it's a lot more. It's obviously more common now, but it's still not that common.
The only thing going in their favor is the weak division.
But it's not that weak, though.
If the Colts and the Jaguars are just taking a 1.5 game or a 2.5 game lead on these guys, the Colts are a 3 game lead at this point. Now they've got to play each other still. But
Yes.
It's not that.
but-
It's not that weak, Scott.
It is. It is a weak division.
It-
Absolutely is a weak division.
I don't think any of these teams would win any other division.
Yeah, but we're talking about within the division.
Yes.
There's 2 teams that are markedly better than them than Houston in the division,
Right now.
and it's a
and then-
long
and then-
season.
and there's only one team coming out of the South for sure.
Yes,
I agree with what you're saying. I'll put a line through them for sure, but I'm just saying that they are in a weak division, and it's only week 3. They can turn it around and still win
You've just
division.
said you've just said 2 things that have you've just contradicted yourself. Are you putting a line through them, or are you saying there's still a chance? Which one are you saying?
Well, they're both. I personally think that they're done.
Yeah.
But they are in a weak division.
Yeah,
and if they can,
the Colts
they
could
can,
fall
they can
apart
win the
next week.
division with fucking 9 wins.
Oh Jesus! I mean, you're
So,
actually not-
you know-
that I agree with.
So you know what I mean? Like in reality, like I've seen from how the offense is played and has been discussing for 3 weeks, I would say that they probably won't win the division.
The only
but
thing keeping this team
If we
in games
fast
is
forward
the
in 10
defense.
weeks' time and the offense comes alive just a little bit in a shit division and they go 4-2 in their division and win the division with nine wins, I won't be shocked.
We're burying the lead with the Texans anyway, because the biggest issue is CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I agree. He's terrible. That's why I said,
He-
well, the real CJ Stroud. Please
You
show
take
up.
his rookie year and 1 playoff game against the Chargers. Every other game, he has looked terrible.
Yep,
He was
agreed.
not very good last year. His defense
Agreed.
carried him.
Yep.
And it's poor team building on
You're
the other
right,
half
and the
too.
only thing that saved last year was the playoff win. You're right.
That was it. If they'd lost to the Chargers like everyone thought they would because they weren't that good a team last year.
Yep.
And then Herbert had the only really bad game he's ever had. In fairness, like that's his worst game by
Herbert
far.
completely shut the
He
bed.
fell apart.
Yep.
The whole Chargers,
And that will never happen again. He's learned from that.
No, I think that's a big learning curve for him in the playoffs. So other than that, you take Stroud's rookie year and take it away. He has been a well below average quarterback, and that is panic stations for the Texans because
Agreed.
they are now going to have to start having internal conversations of
about re-signing him.
is this
Or moving
our,
on.
Yeah, is this our guy? They
He's
would have been
definitely-
giving him a 5th-year option at the end of this year. That's out the door now.
We have not seen anything for him to re-sign at their quarterback market value.
No, and then people will argue, we didn't see a lot. It's probably similar to the Lawrence situation a couple of years ago when they re-signed him. It was like they're signing him on the basis that he will improve. I don't think
teams can do that anymore.
Stroud's been worse than Lawrence. Like
Because Lawrence showed talent.
Stroud's shown nothing since his rookie year.
No.
And then all the bullshit, him little broing Caleb Williams after the game.
Well, their stats completely
and everyone
changed.
shits on Caleb Williams. Stroud's been awful since that moment.
Yeah.
And then the off-season podcast where he's putting himself in the top 5 quarterbacks and all that sort of stuff. Like everything's coming home to roost a little bit. And this young man now has to find a way to respond because the pressure has just dialed up more than I would say he's ever had in his entire career on a personal level.
Yeah.
College, he was one of the best quarterbacks in football. Since entering the NFL and having that outstanding rookie year, it's been he's the next guy, he's the next big guy, he's the next top 5 quarterback. He's in the and then from then it's just fallen off. And now this is the first time his ability
Real
has been
adversity.
challenged.
Yeah.
Are you saying that after that first year he was just drinking his own bathwater a little bit
100%.
too much?
You can tell that by listening to him, but everyone let him get away with it because he played so well, right?
Yeah.
So now that he's not playing well, and then again, everyone, if they'd lost to the Chargers badly last year in that playoff game, like we all thought
Which they
would,
should have, really.
Yeah, in fairness, they probably should have, but they didn't. That saved him from the criticism last offseason.
Agreed.
Now at 0-3, there's no one saving him from the criticism but himself. He can't blame the O-line. He can't blame the receivers. He's got to find a way to drag his way out of this position.
If he wants to be considered a franchise quarterback, he does. Yeah, I agree.
Do you think that maybe that first year was because they had the soft schedule, because they had the early pick?
It all plays
They
out.
played
Potentially.
some softer teams, and now that they've won their division twice, that they have to play some elite teams.
Yeah,
It
potentially.
makes it's a big difference.
It
Yeah.
does.
And, obviously, more years, more film.
Yep. More primetime games now, and they're not going to have primetime games.
And the
against
division,
Titans.
when you're a crap division, which they have been for 3 or 4 years now, it's getting better. Like the only thing, the Colts haven't only got better because Danny Dimes is coming, Indiana Jones is coming, right? It's Latu playing really well.
Yeah.
It's Buckner. It's adding
Taylor,
talent. It's,
the O-line's
it's
good.
Downs. It's all he's got. It's
Pittman's healthy.
is it Raymond, their left tackle? Like
Yeah.
he's only in his 3rd or 4th year. Like it's the whole team developing as well,
Yep.
right? It's not just like, oh, they've got Indiana Jones, they're good now. Like
Yep.
that's helped them. It's made their offense more competent, but it's been the entire team getting better. The Jags aren't better because Trevor Lawrence has just become a superstar. He's playing fine. He's not playing poorly. I'd like to see him play better. He's
Yeah.
not bad, but it's this defense. It's Trayvon Walker. It's
Yep.
Hines Allen. It's the whole team developing around it. And then on the other side, you've got Houston, whose team's developing nicely. The defense is really good.
Defense is really
Anderson's
good.
developing well. Shakir's a really good player. The Danielle Hunter's a really good player still. It is Stroud.
Bullock.
Bullock.
Yeah.
It is Stroud that is stopping them being a good team now. It's the offense.
Well, it's actually the O-line and the running back.
Well, it's the offense as a whole, right? And unfortunately, quarterbacks get all the praise and they get all the negativity.
That's what I say.
And
It's true.
He now has to eat this and go, as this guy that I've praised myself as and told everyone I'm a top 5 quarterback, I'm this, I'm that. Put your money where your mouth is now, kid, and
Agreed.
prove that you're not a bust, because all the pressure's on you now. And if this continues for the whole season and he shows nothing, they will not 5th-year option him, and he will be under the most amount of pressure next year, because if he plays like this for a full season and then next year, no one will sign him the year after.
Thing is,
For a starter,
if he plays like this for the rest of the year, like the Texans have got to be having serious talks about moving off from him, don't they?
Yeah,
I think he
think
always-
It's either that or you got to give him $50 million a year. Well, he's not worth $50 million a year.
not on this rate, no.
Well, that's all I'm saying. Like it's one or the other.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're in a tough spot now. As for the Jags, can
Not a convincing win.
I just say something? On the I feel nothing about them.
Yeah.
I don't dislike them. I don't think they're crap. I don't think they're a playoff team yet. I just feel milquetoast about them.
This
They're
is
just bland. to me.
Jacksonville are the epitome of a nothing team.
I'm waiting for them to do something.
There's
and
no
nothing happening.
explosive plays. There's no excitement on offense. It's very
Well, it's funny. You know who their OC is? You're gonna love this.
Shane Walden.
Shane Walden.
Golden, yeah.
Well,
You know what Shane Walden has done to first string receivers for the past 5 years?
not
ruined
throwing
them.
the ball.
Yeah.
Every time they leave, he left LA, Cooper Cup won the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
Left Seattle, JSN turns into one of the best receivers in football last year.
Yeah.
Comes to Jaguars, Brian Thomas is the best young receiver in football last year.
Looks like he's forgotten how to play, man.
And
That's
now-
how bad he looks.
Now it can't just be that he's like, yeah, he's got the yips a little bit. It's a bit on him too, but there's got to be something there.
Mate, he had
There's
two
too many-
receptions. He had 2 receptions
Yeah.
in the
I
weekend.
don't know. I've called him a handicap for years. He's genuinely a handicap. He restricts the whole offense.
Yeah, that's why I knew you'd like it. And finally on this team, I'm gonna get off my fence and this doesn't happen very
Oh,
often.
shit. Buckle. What? Get ready.
Travis Hunter is not a good football player.
Yeah.
He is not a high-end NFL football player.
He's
was
a better
great-
corner than receiver.
Well, they've got to move him then if that's the case. Because in college, he was not the best receiver and he was not the best corner in football. He got those awards because he was doing both. We
Yeah,
all know that.
that's
Someone who
fair.
doesn't watch college football, and deservingly because he was doing both, right? Now, when push comes to shove and he has to play receiver, he's had, 7 receptions in 3 games and he hasn't even hit 100 yards total yet for the
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
He probably hasn't even had 30.
Yeah, like his first game was 6 receptions for I think 35 yards
Yeah.
or something, and I don't think he had a catch last week. And then he's had 1 for 21 yards. That's
Yeah.
his biggest play of the year. It's not working, so they need to work out quick, smart. What are we doing with this kid? Because they traded up and took him at 3.
Yeah.
Gave up a first year next
They
year
gave up a first year next year.
and second.
Yeah, if this kid doesn't work out, they are restarting. It's a major fuck up for them.
Yeah,
And so
I agree.
far, I've watched him.
They took a
and-
big swing on him. That's
I
for sure.
have tried to like him because I love the idea of a young guy that can play both. He is not an NFL caliber wide receiver. And people say, oh, it takes time. Guys that get picked in the top 5 are rarely.
Yeah,
this
they
bad
should be.
early.
They should be game
You
breakers.
think about receivers drafted the last 5 years in particular. CD Lamb, even Henry Ruggs was a good player when he started. Jerry Jeudy was a slow start, but he was on a pretty crappy team.
Mm.
But Jefferson, Quentin Johnson obviously had his issues, but he couldn't catch. It wasn't that he was not getting open. He still had like 500 yards.
Yeah,
and
but
4
now when
touchdowns.
he's catching him, he looks like a fucking jet,
exactly
man.
like he looks like he can catch the ball, but he can't do anything else.
Yeah.
So they've got to do all these short, crappy little routes. What's the point?
Mm.
What's the point of dumping off to him for 4 yards every time? It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I have serious concerns on Travis Hunter, and I don't often get off my fence to claim it. I don't think he's a good player.
I said it in the preseason that they should just be starting him at corner and just throw him in at receiver on 3rd down,
Well,
like every now and then.
We've seen what the strength of this team is now. It's defense.
Yeah.
If he's one of your, if he's a starting corner for you, get him over there now and work out the offense without him because he's having.
He's a
almost
pretty
zero impact.
sticky corner.
Yeah. So get him over there and make him your shutdown guy.
To put a bow on this game, Stroud actually didn't look too bad driving down the field to put him in position to win. It was just a fumble when Nico Collins spun out of a tackle that
yeah,
cooked
that
him.
fumble.
So
Yeah.
there is some sort of potential there.
And they released CJ Gardner Johnson after this game too, which
And
I thought was weird.
that's
Which
a
they who they
locker room
traded
thing.
for.
Yeah.
He is a sack of shit. That guy.
Yeah,
His
he
mouth
must-
talks more than his play can handle.
He mustn't be very well
But
liked.
better than
If
his
they-
hands talking. It would be
Mm.
dangerous.
Yeah, he's incredibly.
Apparently, the Eagles are going to bring him back.
Well, they will, and they should, because that's the only place he's actually found any
Yeah,
form
because
of
the
success.
Eagles had him, and then he went to the Lions, and they got him out of town real quick.
Dan
Yeah,
Campbell apparently in his exit meeting in the season literally said, "You're not going to be back, and it's got nothing to do with how you play football.
Yeah,
you just
don't like
you don't fit my."
Well,
bill."
that's why he got ran out of New Orleans as well. Like he's just
It's
He
what
wants
happens
to
when you
rub-
come for
rub
the
everyone.
king.
Yeah.
Baker fucking showed him.
Yeah, he did. Mate.
Shout
That's one of the best clips ever.
Baker's injured, and he
What-
just.
what-
yeah.
what- what- what do you got
Anyway,
next,
let's
Bob?
get off this dog shit game.
Hey, whoa,
We were talking
whoa.
about trying to get this as a
Sorry. All right,
streamlined process.
we can streamline through this. Michael Penix benched in the blowout loss to
Told ya.
Carolina. I'm just going to give a quick shout out, and then you guys can talk about it. I'm telling you, Bryce Young, you put some players around him. He's not that bad a player.
He looked okay.
I'm not saying he's going to be an all pro. He's going to be even a pro bowler, but he is a guy that can be a starting quarterback in the NFL. They have some of the worst offensive talent in the league, maybe the worst. And he's found a way since that second half of the Arizona game. First week was dreadful. That second half at Arizona, and then this game against Atlanta, and JJ McCarthy couldn't touch these guys last week, and everyone's saying, "Oh, JJ McCarthy, give him time." But I'm telling you, Bryce Young, he's got something about him. I think that they're going to ride him out this year, and I think he's going to be a competent starting quarterback.
I won't comment on it because I've said enough on it. But what I will say about Atlanta, just for a minute, like drafting Penix at giving Kirk Cousins $100 million and then drafting Penix at number 8, was it?
8 or 9 or something like
And
that.
having to bench Penix and bring Kirk Cousins back, that's fucking diabolical. They got to work out what they're doing
They're
Yeah.
shit.
because
Falcons suck. I've said it. Move on.
How did they beat the Vikings, man?
Because
Just the mystery
JJ
wrapped in an
McCarthy is
enigma.
worse and he can't see a blitz coming
because
and they
True.
just free
Well,
rush.
they tried to do that because I watched this game.
Yeah, I
twice,
know they
'cause
tried.
and
Yeah.
they tried because I wanted to see what they were doing. I wanted to see if Bryce Young if he played well or because his box score is not amazing.
No, but he just gave what the defense.
100%.
Yeah.
They were doing that 5-man blitz again,
Yeah.
and he was just like, "Cool, I'll dump it off. I'll take 5 yards there."
throw where
Yeah.
the blitz is.
He
and
just,
that's it,
he just
yeah.
didn't make mistakes.
Yep.
And that's half the battle when you're a young quarterback on a bad team. Just don't
Yep.
make dumb mistakes.
Dude,
It's
if
where
9
Atlanta
times out
made
of
plenty of
10,
mistakes.
9 times out of 10, if you play mistake-free football and you don't lose a turnover battle, you're going to win the game.
Yeah,
9 out of 10.
that's pretty fair.
And the other team's shit.
And the only other time was when got through five interceptions and 1. That's the 10 when someone
Yeah, but
where
that's
something amazing just happens.
that's one out of the box.
Yeah. So this
Anyway,
game, it wasn't great.
Atlanta are done. They put a line through them. They're done. They're terrible.
Well, they're just much, much worse than the Bucs.
The Rams are very happy with this.
Yes. All right, let's go on to the game of the week.
Oh, this wasn't the game of the week. The game of the
Philly.
week was Monday night, but this was a hell of a win, man. This was a hell of a win. 26.
Take us away.
All right, that's
26
enough time in this one.
Shut
Metcalf.
up, Scott. 26
Can I-
unanswered points.
Can I just give some background?
To win the
Scott and
game.
George have been fighting all week about this game.
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't been fighting. I wouldn't call that fighting. We've just been talking.
Friendly bickering, whatever you want to call it.
Friendly banter is what I call it. This is a hell of a game, hell of a win, hell of a comeback. 26
Hey,
points.
I've got Hurts in fantasy. He won me the week.
biggest comeback ever since the miracle at the Meadowlands for Philly. Yeah, with the
So they
Deshaun
kicked it
Jackson.
to Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah. So
That was a callback.
hell of a game, hell of a win. And the Rams, make no mistake, the Rams are a good football team.
Yeah.
Like I looked it up. 5 of the last 8 NFC champions, the Rams or Philly.
Yeah.
They're a good football team.
And the other 3 are probably 49ers.
49ers, yeah.
The only thing I'll say on this is, and this is what pissed me off about this game, I actually gave credit to Hurts. He played very well in the second half.
Second half, he was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Such
No.
a call.
He was good.
He
He
was-
was good.
good. I'm happy to say good. He was not amazing. Amazing was Josh Allen against the Ravens in the fourth.
No, you know who was amazing in the second half? AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
AJ
was
Brown, yeah.
phenomenal. He
Yeah.
took over this game, and it showed that they actually can do this when they need to. But my sights are on the Rams. They held them to 36 offensive yards in the first half. Got a turnover to start the third quarter. Scored to go up 27-10 or 27-6.
26 to
6, I think it was.
no, 26 to 7 because we
7.
scored a touchdown
I
off
reckon
that
so.
pick.
Yeah, it was 26-7. So,
Yeah.
and then they went into this crappy prevent non-pressure defense, and Hurts, he has struggled the first 3 weeks and struggled up until the second half of this
When
game.
teams have been blitzing.
And then they went to this soft thing and thought our lead's big enough. We're going to just let them. They can chip their way down the field, and they won't. They'll run out of time. It won't happen. The biggest mistake they ever made, because when they had him on the ropes and had the Eagles on the ropes, you cannot let good teams back in the game by playing soft. They needed to keep blitzing, keep attacking, keep making Hurts beat them under pressure. And if he does, you live and die by it. That's fine. They went soft and they allowed the Eagles offense, which has been terribly play called this year.
The
and
play calling's been terrible.
it's been bad. They allowed Hurts to get going by just dumping, hitting a good pass to AJ Brown, which is a
to
good
be
deep ball.
fair, he actually didn't dump it off as much as what you think. The next gen stats prove it too.
Okay.
I'll pull it up because I found it and I got it. He went on passes over 10 air yards in the second half.
Yep.
He threw 9.
Yep.
And he went 7 for 9 for a total of 154 yards and 2 tutties.
Yeah, and that's
So he was actually moving the ball down the field.
yeah,
quite
because they
well.
were playing soft.
They were.
They were playing that deep shell. And
I don't know
playing
why.
soft. It was they should have just kept the game plan from the first half. Also, we're kind of bearing the lead on this game. If Jordan Davis just doesn't block 2 kicks, they lose this game too. That's
true.
It is
So
diabolical.
these were my notes on this game.
Mhm.
That the Rams are going to rue this loss, not
I
because of
agree.
the block field goals. They're going to rue it because of the 3 field goals that
In
they
the first
kicked
half.
when they should have scored touchdowns.
Yes. So I was going to bring that up.
Right?
When you're
Like,
playing good teams.
Against elite teams, you can't you can't kick field goals. You
Yep.
need to score touchdowns and put teams away.
Couldn't agree
Because
more.
at that point,
Could
it
have
wouldn't have
been
been
35 to 6.
yeah, exactly. It would have been 35-7, and that's it. It's game over. There's no sniff then at that point. Like you just can't, because what you're doing is you're allowing elite teams that they've got good players to make plays. And at the end of the day, like I think that this is what it came down to. Like I get your point about the block field goals, but like
No, I'm saying
Philly-
I'm criticizing the Rams for that.
Philly,
That's
like
poor play by them.
it is Philly. And if you give us a chance, we're just and I know it sounds a bit arrogant, but we're just a better team than the Rams. And if you leave
Agreed.
us,
You
let
are.
us hang around for too long, we've got too many good players, and we're just good players make big plays, and big plays are what win close games. You can't let teams hang around like that,
Are you worried?
especially on the road.
Are you worried about Barkley for the first 3 games? He has not looked good.
He has not looked good, but what I will say is that it's clear to me that every defensive coordinator so far that we've played has said, we are 100% just going to delete Saquon Barkley. We're going to do everything we possibly can to shut him down, and we are going to rely on and we're going to hope that Hurts can't beat us with his legs or he can't beat us with his arm. It's clear that our offensive coordinator also didn't believe that
Mhm.
that Hurts could beat teams with his arm.
Yeah.
I heard through the grapevine that at halftime he went up to Sirianni and Patullo and said, "You better start calling some passes, or like
And good on him if he
you're
did.
out of here." Basically, like as in like I'm going to get you fired type of thing. I read that on like a Philly forum that he basically said. But
you know
I
what?
I don't think it's
I
him.
don't.
don't know.
think
I don't know
Jalen
how
Hurts
true.
is that
I don't know
sort
how
of
true
guy.
that is.
Yeah.
But
I don't think the master of motivational lines is going to say that. To
what
him.
I do know for sure is that the guy wants to win, and
That's fair.
yeah, it was a hell of a second half, hell of a win. And
This should scare the NFL, because if this half of the Eagles' offense is what they can do,
well, it's what we are capable of doing. We have the talent to do it.
then that's dangerous, because teams are not, and they did it against the Cowboys as well. They just went into this bullshit shell offense in the second half as well when they were torching them, and the Cowboys went, well, let's just stop the run now, which that's all they can do, and they refused to throw the ball. It's outrageous to me. They've just got to understand that Barkley's not going to have 2,000 yards this year. It's fine. They've got to make the offense work for what teams are doing to them.
But you're right, and go 2 steps forward from that. If they start opening up the pass game a bit more, it's going to make more holes
Yes.
for Barkley to
100%
run.
it will.
So, yeah, a great win. Truth be told, even if we lost this game,
The comeback was the offense helps. Yeah,
The-
if
the-
this is the new offense, it's
the
good.
turnaround of the offense was more than encouraging for me. Because if you remember in the preview, I said I just want to see, the offense doing more. So, and I'm very, very optimistic for next week against Tampa.
Yeah, big good game. But it said, I just think the Rams they
And-
shut the bed
and-
here.
They did shit the bed, and if this was like the Rams are a good team, don't sleep on the Rams. The Rams are going to be there when the whips are cracking.
Oh, I think so too. I think they're very good.
Yeah, if Stafford stays healthy.
Yes. All right. Talking about the Bucks, we've got Baker who said this one is personal. After
I love Baker Mayfield.
how do you not love him? Like
Yeah.
he's just become so likable.
Yeah, I love him.
I feel like it was overnight. He's
No,
just
I've always
become
liked him.
such a
Even in
likable-
Cleveland, I like him because he always had that chip on his shoulder. I love him.
I
I liked
just
him in college. I just liked him being a fuckwit in college.
he was such an asshole in
Yeah.
college. I just think like to have a kick blocked, right? And this is like this game was over. The Bucks were kicking to seal the game and get up by 9
scores.
points.
Yep.
Yeah. And the Jets blocked it. And it was a great play by I keep forgetting his name.
Will McDonald.
Will McDonald,
The
who's
fourth.
a former first round pick.
Yeah.
The fourth is accurate. But he's had actually a really good season last year, and he started this season
Yeah.
very well.
He's an up and coming edge. He's quite good.
So he jumps jumps over the long snapper, which shits me for a lot of reasons, because all the long snapper has to do is like
I think he.
stand up, put his
Stand
hand
up.
No,
up.
I think he jumped over the guard.
No, it was the gap. It was the,
The
gap
gap,
between.
yeah,
And the
yeah.
long snappers just refuse to put their head up because if someone touches them, it's a penalty, which is dumb. Anyway, it was a great play. Blocked the kick, got the touchdown off it. So blocked, recovered, touchdown. Aaron Glenn's dancing down the sideline, and then it just pans to Baker, and he's just on the sideline.
Yeah,
It's cool.
Yeah.
It literally says to his teammate, let's just get in field goal range again.
Yeah.
And then not only did you get in like for a 50-yard field goal, they ran 3 players and got within 30 yards for a 35-yard field
Yep.
goal. Whatever.
Yeah, chip shot now.
Just like it was nothing. Like it was never. I was never worried. I was just like,
Same.
how's Baker going to win this?
yeah, he's going to win this game for them. It was never in doubt, in my opinion.
Now the concern is Mike Evans started really well and then went out injured. He's going to miss a few weeks. It looks
What is
like.
it? What is
hamstring.
it? Hamstring?
Hamstring.
Yeah,
Oh,
again.
I'd say probably be 4 or 5 weeks. I
Yeah.
would say.
initially, I think he came out and said it's not as bad as last year's, which was 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Which tells me that now that he's a year older, it's probably
It probably
4
will be
weeks.
4 weeks again. Yeah,
and you
that's
won't
fair.
want to rush him back because you're kind of in the box seat for this division now. You're 3-0.
Well, this is the exact same thing that happened last year.
Yeah.
pretty much.
So don't rush him back.
The
You'll
exact same
you'll
thing.
get Godwin back in a couple of weeks too. I
Oh,
think-
he's eligible to play next week, but I don't know if he's
Nah,
ready yet.
they said he's still going to be a couple
He's
of
still
weeks
got to
off.
open his training window, so you
Yeah.
get 21 days. So
Yeah. So I think,
um,
but the bottom line is, as long as you have Baker and Ibuka's just really turned into
Yeah.
not turned into, he's launched his career very well.
and McMillan will come back. He finished the year off strong last year. He was their
McMillan back too.
rookie last year. So just tread water.
Yeah, and like they're doing. I think the Bucks have a lot of improvement to go. I don't think they're a contender at the moment, but I think they could develop into that as the season goes on because they've got the pieces. Like Bucky Irving hasn't quite got going yet. They're still missing players. They've lost their right tackle for the season.
That hurts.
They will get
That
Wirfs
does hurt,
back.
yeah.
So they're a bit dinged up. They need Wirfs back desperately. So-
As the further the season goes along, the better they will get.
Yeah, and I think they'll win the division.
I think they're the best of the rest.
That's fair.
So I think that they're probably the best team that's not a contender.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So maybe they're like that 5th, 6th sort of team that and they probably get a few wins out of their soft division. So
Yeah,
Sure.
I think they should really sweep the division. I know
no,
that
they'll probably
happen,
lose. Divisional games are hard.
but I think they're much better than every other team in their division. They're definitely better than the Saints. They're definitely better than the Panthers. Maybe the Falcons can steal one from them, but at this point they're in a bit of turmoil with the quarterback position.
The Falcons are cooked, man. Put a lot
Like
of
it took Kirk Cousins having like these only 2 good games last year against the Bucks. That's how they swept them last
Yeah,
year.
One was he threw 500 yards or something.
It's just weird. So I don't know if that's there this year. So shout out to the Bucks. As for New York, like they're trying. They had their backup quarterback. Tyler played okay. They're not quite there yet.
You know, the promising sign for the Jets is that they didn't quit.
No,
They were always behind in this game. They always showed fight, and it took a lucky play. They hit the front,
Yep.
and the better team just won in the end. And you give Baker these opportunities, like we've said, he will win games. He's almost got that Tom Brady gene, that
I think he's the most
Mahomes
clutch
gene.
quarterback in the NFL now.
Yeah.
Personally.
I would say Allen.
Yeah, Allen, but he's in the talking point.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
We can talk about it in the same light as those guys in clutch moments.
But positive sign for the Jets. They didn't roll over and die. They showed some heart. Obviously,
they scored 3 times in the fourth quarter, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they were playing to win.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, like
And
you
without
do that
Fields.
you do that against bad teams. You're going to win some games. Like they're going to win some games this year. The Jets. They're not.
Yeah.
And Sauce Gardner got hurt early. He got concussed. But he's really struggled this year. I'm
shocked.
Yeah, I'm not really sold on.
Shocked. He had one good year, and everyone came at me. But yeah, cool.
No, I agree with you for what it's worth.
Yeah. Oh, when I meant everyone, I meant like our idiot fans.
Oh, okay. Shout out.
We love you, fans. Next game is the Raiders. Raiders get a BTA in Landover.
This was
George, tell us what a BTA is.
Belt to ass.
Yeah, which pisses me off.
This was a very surprising result for me.
I just don't think Washington are very good still.
I don't
Am
think
I an
they're
asshole for
either.
thinking they're not good still?
No, but the thing is, but the Raiders aren't great.
No, but
They're not.
I
very
would have
good
thought these
they're not
teams
very
were a
good
little bit
defensively.
closer together.
They're
and
not very
Washington,
good defensively, and they're pretty easy to score on.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't work out the Raiders. I think they suck. Like I do think they suck. But like Gino, this is his best game of the season. Almost 300 yards, no turnovers, 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
Yet they still can't come close to.
he had a good game at the start. He had 360 yards.
Was it the
and-
week one? He was good.
Yeah, he had 3
Against the
TDs and
Pats.
1 pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he didn't turn the ball over. I don't know. Like Washington, I think they're going to be the master of beating bad teams, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll beat any good teams. So
That's pretty fair.
Even if they can scrape their way, even if they can make the playoffs as a 7 seed, which is possible, like a 7 or 6 seed, it's definitely possible they could be a wild card. They're not that bad a team, but I don't see them doing any damage. Like I don't know. Am I an asshole for thinking that?
No, it's the same as last year though. You just got to get in the dance. And you don't know what happens.
Yeah, this just made me feel like obviously I think the Raiders are crap, but this made me feel nothing like a 41-24 whoop ass of the Raiders should make you be like, yeah, this team's like the Colts whooping the Titans made me feel like, all right, team's got some go about him. This made me feel nothing.
The,
I don't know.
The
With a
only
backup
positive.
quarterback.
That's the positive. The positive is that you won a game with your backup. That's positive. Like
Like
whatever money they're paying Mariota, it's already worth it
They had a
because he
60
won him a game.
they had a 60-yard touchdown, they had a 43-yard touchdown late in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Like they kind of put the boot in after they scored 14. They scored 28 points in the second half, 21 points in the second half. First half, it was a couple of field goals and a touchdown. You know what I mean? Like it's just it was over by halftime. The Raiders were done, and then the Raiders scored a couple of touchdowns late. That was really what made
flattered
it.
the score a little bit.
Yeah, like I don't know. The fact they did this with the backup makes me actually think worse of the Raiders than good of Washington. I might be an asshole. I'm not sure. I might just have a bias against them, but I hope Washington are good. I actually don't dislike them at all. I just don't think they are.
Debo Samuel's almost gone missing already. So it's,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they opened up a McDonald's across the road from his
That's
house.
probably
Yeah,
it.
so he's
Yeah.
a bit of
I think he's
strife.
got one in his house.
I think he got dinged up as well. I said like I didn't spend a lot of time on this game
Are we-
because I saw the score.
are
and I
we-
thought, I don't care.
Are we worried about Genty?
No,
So I am a little bit. I'm a
no,
little bit.
I'm not. I'm not worried about it.
It's his first year. It's his third game. He needs a bit of time to work it out. The Raiders O-line isn't fantastic. I know he runs into people a lot. Like, yeah, I think it's just going to take him a little bit of time to
When
get to.
Ball in hand, he looks when he gets a runner and when he reads it right, he looks like a player still. Like
Sure.
I don't look at him and go, this guy's got no hope. Like
I'm not saying he's got no hope. I'm just a little bit worried that he looks for the big run a little bit too much, and he looks to bounce it outside. And I think the adjustment to the NFL is taking a little bit longer.
This ain't Boise
Yeah,
State
it will.
anymore. Where you're
Yeah.
playing, yeah,
and that's going to be him mentally adjusting to the NFL as well. He's going to have to work out, okay, I'm not in Boise anymore. I can't run through every player.
yeah. I'm not playing against
I
Nebraska
can't-
where half
yeah.
that defense is going to be selling insurance
Or the
next year.
SEC.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
Yes,
you know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
can't outrun every guy to the edge in the NFL. It's going to take time for him. He's come from dominating. And look, I didn't love the pick when the Raiders got him. I thought it was fun. But anytime you take a running back in the top 10,
It's risky.
You're risking.
Yeah.
Right? It's always a risk.
And there's more games in the NFL as well.
Exactly. So
So he's going to wear down quicker. So
I think they need to do a better job of managing him now because the team's not there. Same with Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers does not look right. Get him
yeah.
off
He's
the
got no
field.
business playing. Like
Like, if he's
he doesn't
hurt,
look right.
What are you doing? He's in his second year, and you're not a contender. You're not even a playoff contender. You're in one of the toughest divisions in football.
The toughest.
Yeah, like what are you doing
Yeah.
with him?
Yeah.
Just get him healthy and bring him back when he's healthy.
Agreed.
Why are you wasting your time?
And risking potential further.
Well, it feels
it's
like
not Pete
Carroll's
Carroll.
trying to protect. I feel like he's trying to protect Geno.
no,
By
I
saying,
think
I want Geno to have all the players possible to make
Sure.
sure this.
Carroll's
is
not the
a good
kind of
move.
guy that will roll over and die. If you tell me you're good to go, you're good to go.
Yeah, true. Okay, fair enough.
So yeah,
We'll see how it plays out. But he said, I feel like the same about the Raiders, that they're not very good, and I feel nothing more about Washington. I said, if I'm an asshole, come and tell me because I just don't feel.
Let's get to the next game because this was a massive boil over.
Browns get the dub.
I want
Over
this.
Green Bay.
I want all the props. I want all the flowers. I told you the Browns defense is legit.
Yeah.
And I'll say this about the Browns. If they had a competent quarterback that was playing at Daniel Jones's level, right?
Okay.
They would be a playoff team.
well, the stats are almost comparable for Jones and Flacco.
No, that's so. That's so.
You and your stats and your gay fantasy shit
Well,
makes me
you-
laugh
like-
so much, bro.
Well, how do you compare? Like, do you just eye test everything?
Yes, mate. I test everything.
He has 600 yards, almost 300
Yes,
less,
mate.
2
I
touchdowns,
was. It was.
I test.
4 and a 37 QB.
Come on, mate.
That's a diabolical comment from you.
It wasn't a serious comment.
Oh,
I res-
really?
I respect it. But you know what? I actually think this is what Green Bay needed. They
Yeah.
were drinking their own bathwater a bit.
Yep.
You know, a couple of their players were talking about how they should
Undefeated,
go undefeated. They don't see
undefeated.
anyone that can beat them. And this is a bit of a like Jordan Love threw one of the worst interceptions you'll ever see late in the game. Like they're up 10-0 with 3.5 minutes left. The Browns get a field goal, and then they double down by going, I'm just going to throw a pick that goes back to the 3-yard line. And it still took them 4 shots
Yeah,
to get in. That's how
Wait, and a penalty in the end
and a
zone.
penalty in the end. That's how
Yeah.
inept this Browns offense is. All we
Yeah.
had to do was not give them a ball inside the 5, and they weren't scoring. They were going to win. So, and then shout out to the kicker who kicks a 55-yarder to win the
Schmidt.
game. they got set for the field goal in 8 seconds or something like that.
Yeah,
that was good.
Very
good
efficient.
coaching.
Someone said it looked like AI, them getting set. That's how
Yeah.
smooth it looked.
It was coaching. Good, very good coaching. I still think Green Bay are a legit contender.
I do too.
And this is a team that's on the rise, and I think you need these learning moments to unite the team and realize that the other side of the ball also get paid.
Yes.
And you need to bring your 100 every single week to win and to be good. And for the Browns, I think that we've seen too many times before, and especially for Cleveland, that they've had a very good defense, and it can't sustain this elite style week in, week out, and it eventually starts to come down, and then the offense and defense start having a few issues where they're like, hey, we're holding teams to fucking 10 points and we're losing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
we're holding teams to 17 points in the NFL and we're losing. Like, so it's just interesting to watch a bit of a boil over here, maybe in 2 to 3 weeks' time. But they need to get, I know we were talking about it pre-show, but they need to get Gabriel in there.
It's stupid. The
Well,
Flacco, they're wasting a dominant defense.
Well, that's the only way to stop the boil over is get the young guy in, and at least gives the team some juice. It gives something. Like at the moment, you're rolling out old man Flacco. Like, what are you doing?
Well, it's hard. I do see it both ways because there's so like we're seeing with McCarthy and Penix and these other young quarterbacks that other teams, like the coordinator gets paid to shut you down, and it's a steep learning curve. And I think that obviously Flacco's been there, he's done it, he knows the reads, he knows the game, he's almost old enough to write the rules for the game.
Yep.
And you know, you just got to give the young guys time to learn to be professionals and learn the speed of the game. But you got to walk a fine line of looking competent and being a detriment.
All I know is they promised Myles Garrett they'd have an answer at quarterback, and I haven't seen that yet. Flacco's not the answer. What you may as well find out what you're having Gabriel now. I
agree.
don't see any reason why you need to play any more games with
Who
Flacco.
they got next week? Just quickly, do we know?
I think they're rolling. I personally, I don't know who they're playing next week, but I think that they'll roll Flacco out next week. And if we get another subpar performance, then it will be Gabriel after that.
You get what they reckon he has. You reckon he has one more chance?
I think he does, yeah.
So they play the
At Lions,
Lions and
Lions?
Vikings. Yeah, so you know
yeah,
what?
maybe wait till the Steelers in
Yeah.
week 6. yeah, it's probably not the best. You're right. They're just got to. But again, I don't feel any differently about the Packers. I think this was a bad loss that they needed. Personally, think they've.
Schwarzenegger is a star.
He's legit.
He is a star. He
reminds me of Leighton Vander Esch.
He was very good in college. He was a very good draft pick.
Yeah, after that game, the schedule opens up a bit. You got the Steelers, Dolphins, Pats, Jets. Like, there's some good
when you
games.
start
You're right.
blooding-
Maybe just grit and bear it the next 2 weeks. And if your defense is elite, and maybe you say that to the guys like Myles Garrett and stuff. You say, hey, we don't want to throw him to the Wolves against the Lions and the Vikings. Simple as that. After that, we'll roll. I think the smart thing is he'll play against Pittsburgh.
And it gives the team a little bit of juice in that dead part of in the season as well. Like, they're probably going to have one win going into the Steelers, and you get the juice with the rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
you might
true.
get up in a divisional game, and then you got the Dolphins and Patriots. They might fancy themselves there. That might be the turning point in the season.
Yeah, you've got Steelers, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets.
They could win two
And then you got Ravens, which is tough. But then you've got Raiders. Like, it's not a bad little run for them. Not a bad 6-game span in terms of like all games.
The Ravens is at home too. Like that could do
division
anything.
games.
No.
I'm saying it could do anything. You don't know.
Ravens are a far superior team.
Yeah, but so are Green Bay.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway,
There's not often that a team as bad as the Browns will beat two perennial Super Bowl contenders.
They've probably had their comeuppance this year.
Yeah.
It's probably their one big game. All right, let's go to the Chargers, the new Kings of the West.
They are 100% the Kings of the West.
This was this was their best win of the season, the Chargers, because Denver came to play.
Better than the Chiefs in Brazil?
Yep.
Yes.
This was a better win.
I agree.
Because the Denver came to play and they weathered the storm. They were down 10 points in the fourth quarter. Not only did they come back and tie it, they came back and won it. And it was Herbert basically just
It was a
saying,
good comeback.
I'm just going to take over the game now. That's the way I saw it. I watched this one.
Is Herbert the MVP? Like, I know that you had
As of right now, I think so.
I think Herbert's the MVP.
It's him or Allen, but I think Herbert's just slightly ahead.
Yeah, I think if it was right now, if we were giving it out today, I think narrative as well, it's Herbert.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because, like, whether you like it or not,
I hate doing
Allen's going to have to prove that he deserves to be a back-to-back MVP which is harder. Like
Sure, it is harder.
there's an added difficulty to that.
Yeah, it's harder.
I like how the overreactions that we do after week one, we're like, oh yeah, Allen's sewn up the MVP. Don't worry about it.
I actually think we said it about Herbert as well.
Yeah.
Like after week 2. But Herbert is just, he's playing at a different level.
He is.
He is. And
He's playing at that level. He's
Yeah,
playing
he
at
is.
that
He
MVP
is.
level.
and shout out to Quentin Johnson because he just keeps playing well. I'm really happy for him.
No, biggest shout out to Keenan Allen.
Keenan
He's
Allen,
playing really well,
that,
man.
That touchdown catch to tie the game up, which essentially led to them winning the game. But that touchdown catch was
Huge, bro.
getting swarmed by a guy, tight coverage. And that's Herbert's development that I'm enjoying. He's kind of just going, I'm going to back my guy here. I'm going to back that I can cannon this.
Which you can.
And that this guy's either going to penalize him to stop him,
Yep.
or he's going to catch it. I'm going to
Yeah.
stick it so hard in his chest that it's just going to stick in there. Because
Yep.
that's what that catch was.
Absolutely.
It was literally Allen had no way. He either caught it or it went through his stomach.
Yeah.
That was the only two things that could have happened.
Came out of his hand fucking fizzing that
Oh,
ball, man.
mate. He
Put a hole through him.
he zips it. Now, on the Denver side, it was good to see their defense play better again. They held on for as long as they could against a pretty good Chargers team and
Yep.
Herbert.
This was a heavyweight battle. This was a genuine heavyweight battle against, I think, two teams that are probably not contender tier for the Super Bowl,
Yet, I agree.
but they are definitely playoff teams.
I think the Chargers are contenders this year, the way they're playing. If they can maintain this level of play, they're contenders. Absolutely,
No,
they are.
not yet.
I want to give it a few more weeks. They
Yeah.
can certainly trend in that direction.
Defensively, they're really good.
Yeah.
They're really
not
good.
quite yet.
I'm a
I've
little
got some
worried.
stats here
I'm
on
a little
defense.
worried about Bo Nix.
Yeah, it's starting at the diamond dump off. It's
He
starting
missed-
to be a thing.
He missed 2 or 3 deep balls, which were walk-in touchdowns, which,
Yeah.
hey, plenty of
That
quarterbacks
happens.
do that. Herbert missed one as well. That was a
Yeah.
bad miss. In
Every
the first half.
quarterback misses that throw,
But
apart from
it's
Donald.
just other than
He doesn't
other
miss that
than-
throw. He-
no, he hits them pretty much every time.
Yeah.
Other than like those couple of missed passes, it's not those missed passes that concern me. It's everything else around him. He looks like he's always trying to run with it. He puts himself into pressure a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's
He was
not.
doing that early last year.
He
too.
doesn't feel. He doesn't look. Yeah, he looks like he did at the start of last year. So I'm not writing him off and saying that he sucks or anything like that. I just think that the tape's starting to show that he is kind of what we all think, or I think he is. That he's
I think
kind of just a guy.
Sean Payton needs to expand the playbook a little bit.
That's
It's
fair.
very vanilla at the moment. It's very under coverage. Like the philosophy is, hey, let's just give what the defense is
Yep.
giving us. Let's take what the defense is giving us. And he schemed open that Sutton play was
Yep.
was
Very
really, really
That
good.
was a good play. Yep.
So you can see that the potential's there because obviously Nix has a bit of a cannon for an arm. It's not an absolute cannon, but it's
It's big.
he's
big
got
arm.
a good
It's,
size.
it's not Herbert cannon, but it's big.
It's a
yeah.
live arm. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it. Yeah.
So I want to see Peyton expanding the play calling a little bit, getting exotic players a little bit. I want to see the run game develop. I know that Dobbins had a bit of a good game, but it's a bit of an anomaly for him at this stage of his career.
Well, in
A
fairness,
revenge game.
he had 80 yards in 11 carries, right?
Yeah.
40
of them.
41 of them came on one.
Yeah.
So outside of that, he was
He
okay.
had 10 for 40.
Yeah,
Four- 4-yard average.
which is fine, but it
Yeah.
wasn't game breaking,
No.
right? He wasn't.
He had a good reception as well.
It wasn't 2024 Saquon Barkley. It was fine, and it was a revenge game. He came out and said he wanted to beat him, and he did his best to beat him.
Yeah.
I like Dobbins, but there's some fractures showing with this team, and they're 1-2 now. Denver, they've put
Yeah.
himself behind the 8 ball. They're now a division win behind the Chargers, and they've lost them once, and they're a division win behind them as well.
Yep.
So it's like a 1.5 point
Yep.
turnaround, game turnaround. So, and the Chargers are now 3-0 and 3 division wins.
Yep.
Which is
It's
about as good
important.
as you can start a
Puts
season.
him in the box seat early. Absolutely, it does.
Yeah. So unless there's any there's some injury issues with the Chargers, but
Yeah,
Najee
so
Harris tore his Achilles.
His Achilles,
But
yeah.
again, no, this is no slight to Najee Harris. It doesn't concern me. I think this just opens the gate more for Hampton. Who's the better player?
Yeah.
I think Hampton's a better running back.
Yep.
Yeah.
You would like to have Najee, but I also think you could.
Down the stretch, you'd like to have him.
Yeah, you can find a guy that can come in and do a little bit of what Najee does, catch the ball. Like I'm not belittling him. I don't think it's that big a loss.
He's
So-
not the core player that he
They
was.
No.
they lucked out with the injury to Khalil Mack as well. Looks like it's only a dislocated whatever. He's only going to be like maybe 4 or 6 weeks. So
Yeah.
elbow.
So he'll
Yeah.
play again this year, which is the big thing.
huge.
Look, to be honest, it probably helps Khalil Mack to have a little 6-week break.
Couldn't agree
at this
more.
point of the season.
Get his body
Come back
right,
and finish
Come back down the
season.
stretch and into the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
I agree.
keep him fresh, stop him from dropping off it earlier. But yeah, great win by the Chargers. Great start to the season by the Chargers in absolute fairness to them.
Amen.
Let's go to the Seahawks. We don't have to spend much time on this one, Scotty. Do you want to just get your gloating in?
No, well, we're just a better team.
You were slightly worried about this game because of the injuries.
Well, I just said it could be closer than what people think because of the injuries in the backfield. But obviously, our backups played a very good game. Darnold is, if you can't look at the box score, but he's just hitting every single throw. He's looked very good last 2 weeks.
Been very accurate.
Yeah, extremely accurate.
He said when they run the ball well, which they did enough in this game. I think they did.
Nah, they didn't really run the ball well. I think they had 8 yards rushing in the first half.
They kind of never had to because I'm kind of shocked that the Saints scored 13 points because they would.
Seattle third stringers were in at that point.
35-6 at halftime.
It was, yeah.
So the second half looked like it was Seattle. Can we just get out of this game?
Yeah, well, they were in prevent defense just to not give up that explosive play. But yeah, Darnold had the same amount of yards on 21 less attempts. So that just shows you what was happening there. That Darnold took his opportunities and the rat dog just dimed and dunked down the field a little bit. And
he's up against it, the Rattler, the poor bugger.
Yeah, well,
he's up.
Saints have been a bit of a frisky team for the 2 weeks before this, but there was obviously a talent difference between the two teams, and
it showed in the
Seattle just did what they had to do.
Yeah,
so,
much better team.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on.
Don't have to spend
49ers win, but lose again. Nick Bosa has done his ACL. He will miss the remainder of the season.
That's a big loss for them.
It's a terrible loss. It's just another one.
You don't want to see players get injured, but you definitely don't want to see the cream of the crop getting injured.
And this game was Mac Jones winning it for them late. Like they
didn't look good.
No, they looked terrible.
They didn't look.
Mac Jones also was injured in the second half. He hurt his knee, which he re-aggravated a PCL injury, and he had to put a brace on. And he looked very proppy.
He looked very limited.
So
he did.
They think they're going to get Purdy back next week, which will be big. Shout out to Ricky Pearsall, who's having a really good year.
He's having a fantastic year, man.
But I think if you took all the 3-0 teams and
danger.
I think the Niners are in real danger.
Yeah.
And it's the same if the Cardinals won this game somehow, which they very realistically could have at some point.
They should have, really.
Kyler Murray did his best to lose the game.
Can we speak about this? The gift that the Arizona Cardinals got. They got a safety and the ball back.
Yeah, because he held him in the end zone. It's the rule.
No, I understand the rule. I'm saying situationally, they got the points on the board and they got the ball back, did nothing with it, and allowed the 49ers to drive down the 40 yards they needed and kick the field goal.
I'm telling you that watching this game, Kyle Murray's a problem with the Cardinals.
He is, How does he not get a first down just to ice the game?
Because
that's all he needed to do.
Because he's not very good. He actually looks completely uninterested. I found his body language sucks. He just literally looks like the NFL quarterback equivalent of cashing a paycheck. That's honestly what it looked like. And I could be wrong. He could really care. I don't know. I'm not in the building.
I think he knows the new COD's coming out in about 4 weeks.
Yeah, like his body language is just like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Whereas at least Mac Jones, like, he was working his ass off, right? And I don't think Mac Jones is as good a player as Kyler Murray.
No, he's not.
And it just looks like Kyler Murray could not give a shit.
Way more talent.
He could not give a shit whether they win, lose, or draw. I genuinely think that. That's just my opinion on it. But
yeah,
it looked bad.
Before we move on, I just want to say commiserations to James Conner, who injured himself quite badly.
Yeah, his ankle. It might be career.
Might be that. I think that's career over.
I actually didn't know that.
No, he's out for the year, and how old is he? 30.
I think he's 30 or 31.
Yeah. And Benson's been waiting in the wings a little bit for the opportunity. So he's a second year back. So
that's a real shame. Because shout out to James Conner. He's had the career he's put together after the adversity he faced in college. He had I know all cancer's legit, but he had legit bad cancer.
Yeah.
So he had chemo, everything,
came back,
beat it, came back, made the NFL, was a great player.
Well, he came back, but then also won the starting job. It wasn't given to him. He outworked for the starting job and then became a very good player for Arizona. And it's a sad way. It's never a good way for players to end their career, but this is a particularly sad way for a player that's overcome so
Agreed.
much.
He seems like a great dude too.
He's very well liked. He's come back from a lot. I hope he can come back from this, but history tells us
not at 31 with a bad injury like that.
At running back. And he's alady slowed down a bit too. So shout out to him. Hey, and shout out to 49ers. You're 3-0.
No.
It's not
We're not
convincing. I
shouting
know
out the
you hate the
49ers.
49ers, but it's not convincing at this point.
If George can go off about the Eagles and have some bullshit about that, the 49ers fucking suck.
What's some bullshit? What bullshit did I say about the Eagles?
Oh, the cheating, all of this, all of that.
I didn't
We
say-
don't need to bring up all your.
I didn't
What
say
about
none of
the
that
Chiefs?
this week. I thought I was pretty measured this week.
He's been the goodest boy in the world. He's going to
Yeah.
get a pat on the back.
Well, we haven't even spoken about the Chiefs yet.
That's
No,
true.
it's coming.
All right, let's move on to this game. Cowboys lost 31-14. It was fun for everyone all around. Peace out, everyone. Next game. I got one thing to say on this, and we can move on because I don't want the Cowboys to become a feature part of this podcast because they don't deserve to, in my opinion. This defense is not only the worst defense in football, it is one of the worst defenses in the history of the NFL. Eberflus should be fired already. I don't know what he's doing.
He has no business being a coach in the NFL.
He is an awful defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
They made Russell Wilson, who has scored a combined 12 points in his other 2 games, look like the best quarterback in football.
Agreed.
They made Caleb Williams, who, in fairness, made a few good throws.
Man, he looked like
But
fucking
they
John Elway,
made
man. He was hitting
that-
guys everywhere.
They could not have made that easier. They had a flea flicker where the running
See
back,
that? Oh my God.
running back like almost dropped it and then lollipopped it back to Caleb Williams, and they still let him throw for a touchdown.
Shout
over
out
the
my
top.
man Luther Burden. I've been
Luke the
talking
Bird
about
got
him.
going. I said the Cowboys are now the do you need to get right? Play the Cowboys on offense. They
the
are
amount of
fucking awful.
the amount of guys that Williams was hitting, it's like every throw he was making, the guy was wide open. It's like, where's the fucking coverage,
It's the
man?
Cowboys defense.
We've spoken about the murderous run the Cowboys have.
It's over. This team's done
When do you stop watching?
now.
You're done?
I refuse to watch a defense that is not only shit, but does nothing to try and be good.
Yeah.
You play this soft zone 4-man rush when you have no pass
You
rusher.
got no rushes.
I am not a defensive
don't you have
coordinator.
Micah
And
Parsons?
no, he's gone. He's at Green
Oh,
Bay. We'll see.
shit.
Actually, he's playing next week.
Yeah.
Just for the other team.
Hey, so you want to talk about get right games after that shitty loss
Yeah,
to
Green
the
Bay are going
Browns?
to tail him. They're going to
Yeah.
torch him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this. And now CeeDee Lamb's out. It's a high ankle sprain. He'll be out for 5 to 6 weeks.
Yep.
Rip up
And
my
this
fantasy.
was I thought the Cowboys offense could be good, and it showed it could be. Once CeeDee Lamb left this game, they lost all explosiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is the meal ticket to this offense. Ferguson's a good player. Pickens is fine, but he just drops too many balls and does dumb shit.
Shout out to Javonte Williams.
Yeah,
I know
he's
you're going to
Devontae
go on your
Williams
rant.
is running his guts out.
He's playing well. I really liked him at Denver. He had
I do
obviously
too.
the lower body injuries, but he's finally playing well, and he's on this dog shit team.
He's not the offense of this team is not the problem, but now all the pressure is stacked against Prescott in this offense. They're now without CeeDee Lamb. That they are, and the defense is. Imagine having to go into a game knowing that we're gonna have to score 5 or 6 touchdowns, or we will lose.
Mm.
And even if we score 5 or 6 touchdowns,
There's no guarantee.
we might lose anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
They scored 40 points last week and almost lost to the New York Giants.
Yeah.
And who are one of the worst offenses in football. So bad they've benched their quarterback.
Yep.
That's how bad it is. After scoring 38 points, they benched their quarterback a week later.
A week later. Yep.
I'm telling you, this season's over. I don't want to spend a ton of time on it. They'll pop up and win a couple of shitty games to get to their 4 or 5 or 6 wins, and they'll beat some crappy teams.
They'll get out of a top 5 pick, and
They
end
will.
up
They're
with pick
100%
7
will.
or 8.
And
yeah.
then Green Bay will go on and win the Super Bowl, and they'll get pick 32 and pick 12, and it'll be like, great for Micah Parsons. The only shining light is that they draft well, and they've got a chance to use 4 draft picks, and hopefully they use them as well as they have the last few years.
Yeah, they're quickly becoming a very irrelevant team. That's
This
for
whole
sure.
thing with they've wasted Prescott.
How good is this
They're
that
wasting
you're looking at the draft quicker than what the Saints are,
Yeah.
what the Giants are,
I'm done.
what
Let's
the
move on.
Titans are?
Fuck the Cowboys. Put in the same boat as the Giants. All right, talk about the Giants too. Fuck the Giants. They rolled over and let the Chiefs almost do whatever they wanted to them. This was such a piss weak performance by the Giants.
Terrible.
I said you put a perfect blurb on this. Chiefs convinced no one with a win over the Giants. I feel no different about them. And in fact, after what happened to the Ravens, which we're going to talk about next week, I think the Ravens are going to absolutely touch them up next week. I don't think the Chiefs are very good at all.
This game is exactly what I said would happen. That the Chiefs don't look competent enough with this offense they have.
Yeah.
And they would just eke out I think a 20-10 win and end up being 22-9.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it
Yeah,
was
it was-
spot on with what you said. It's the Chiefs defense is really good.
It
Don't
is
get
very
me
good.
wrong.
Yeah.
But the Giants offense is that inept. So everyone out there doesn't know, Russell Wilson's been benched. Jackson Dart will start the next
Shout
game.
out.
So it's going to be
My
the Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo show, which, hey, it might get me watching Giants games.
Because Tyrone Tracy is hurt, isn't he?
No, I don't think so. I think Scatterbo is just better. I think they're just realizing that Scatterbo is a bit of a dog.
Mm.
And they're playing for nothing this season. You may as well put some bums in the seat watching a white man run a football.
Well, it'll just get some juice in the building.
Yeah,
like,
100%. And
you
get
know,
Jackson Dart in.
This idea of rolling out old man Russ, like this was a dumb move. I could have told you this was a dumb move 4 months ago.
Well,
Like,
also,
what are you expecting to happen?
Dable's now coaching for his career, not only in New York, but Danny Dimes going and doing what he's done.
Great point.
Like, is Brian Dable a Josh Allen merchant?
Yeah, as in like okay, yeah.
Because
fair.
you know, that was why he got the head coaching job, because he turned around Josh Allen. At this point, was Josh Allen? I know he started poorly, but was he always just going to be this good? Because he's done it now with 2-3 different offensive coordinators. Josh Allen. Like, Josh Allen's just that good, and Dable's still claiming, "Oh, I can work with quarterbacks." He couldn't work with Danny Dimes, who's gone and shown he can be pretty competent.
He's
in the right offense.
Indiana Jones now.
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I mean.
feeling
Like,
it.
he's now what Daniel Jones is doing now has made Dable look worse. And if he can't get it right, which I'm telling you right now, he's coaching for his
Did
career.
you see the post game interview with Malik Neighbors when he's just sitting there
No.
chewing his gum and he's like,
He's a twat.
he's a twat, but his point was right. Where he's like, it's not the quarterback. It's because we're getting the same result now. Even with Daniel, he goes, even with Daniel, we're getting the same result. He's right. It's not the quarterback.
Again,
I think Dable's a good coach. I think Dable's
I'm
a good
leaning
coach.
away from it now. But again, he could go back and be an OC. Like, he could go back to Buffalo and be very good. Like,
Yeah.
But his scheme, is it because he doesn't have the guys to run it?
Yeah.
Because he's going to have to open it up now. Because if he wants to be the head coach next year with Jackson Dart as his quarterback,
Yeah, but
he has to show that he can play with
it's like I don't agree with that because
why?
your scheme is your scheme, right? And if you don't have the guys to run it, that's one thing. But if you want to be a good coach,
You change the scheme.
you got to adapt
I'm
to
saying.
what you've got.
He needs to show right now. If Jackson Dart sucks this year, he's not the head coach of the New York Giants next year. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a 30-70 chance that he is anyway.
Yeah.
You can't just have this much lack of success. And you can't fall in we made the playoffs one year at 9-7-1 and won over a fake Minnesota Vikings team.
No,
Like,
you
that's
can't
his
hang
biggest
out on
claim
that.
to fame.
Can't hang out on that.
That's
No
his
way.
biggest claim to fame, that he turned around Josh Allen, which got him the head coaching job, and that he led the Giants to the playoffs and won a playoff game over the Vikings, who no one thought was good that year. I'm telling you, Dable's gone the end of the year, and he's got no one to blame but himself. If
Just,
he can't adjust now,
Just
he's
quickly on
finished.
Kansas City, as I said, they convinced nobody. And next week they're playing the Ravens. I think it's in Arrowhead.
I'm taking Ravens. We'll talk about it Sunday night, but I'm taking Ravens.
One of those teams, we're going to talk about it Sunday night, but one of those teams is going to be 1-3 at the end of next week.
Look,
That's diabolical.
Mahomes is doing whatever he can. Like, honestly, watching this game, Mahomes is trying his guts out.
He's not the problem.
No, he's 100%. Obviously, he's not the problem. Like, even the offensive line's not bad.
No.
Like, that Josh Simmons looks real good at
They
left
got,
tackle.
they got no run game.
No, they can't.
Well,
run
the running
ball.
game's an issue.
They-
The running game's a bad
Big issue. Big issue.
Yeah.
Darren Strife. They have to beat the Ravens because
Travis
That-
Kelce yelling
him,
with Reed again, and
I'm ready to be done with Travis
to the
Kelce.
point where Reed is like bumping into him and pushing him and shit. Like when have you seen Andy Reid doing
it
that
was
shit?
actually Andy Reid went at him.
Yeah, Andy Reid went at Travis Kelce. Yeah, he
But
did.
from paraphrasing, but what apparently was said was, "You're always the one fucking ragging on everyone. How about you do something now?"
Yeah, which is a fair statement.
And then they put Noah Grain, and he had like 3 catches in the second half,
Mm.
and because he was playing more. So I don't know. I think that
It was a mistake for Kelce to come back this year. He was done.
well, his attitude's reflecting that. It's not his play that's been the worst part; it's his attitude.
No bullshit. His play's been awful. He's been dropping everything, and he cost them. He cost them the game against the Eagles.
I agree. His players have been good, but that's not the worst part of it. You can fix play when you're that good a player. You can fix your play, right? It's his attitude. It's his demeanor. It's his poor leadership. It's becoming like a cancer for the team.
Yeah, that's
now.
fair.
You can see it
That's
from
fair.
the sideline. Very soon, players are going to start going, "Hey, you're not the All-Pro Travis Kelce anymore,
Yeah,
dickhead.
yeah.
How about you stop talking to people like that?" Like Chris Jones got called out in the first game by Drew Tranquil, going,
Yeah,
"Hey man, you've done nothing today, and then you blow it
you
out."
blew your
like a
contain,
contain."
which costs us the game. Yep.
Literally, that's what he said to him. It's guys
Oh,
are
it's
going to
the
start.
fucking truth.
They're going to start holding these guys accountable, and
Yeah.
that's going to become
Because
the issue
as
for
I've
the
said
team.
before, winning patches a lot of things.
Yes, it does.
But now-
Spackles, I believe you said.
Spackles.
Such a good
I
word.
did say Spackles. You're
Spackles
right.
a great word.
But now that they're starting to lose these games that they're usually winning,
yeah,
chickens are going to come home to roost.
I think the Ravens are going to touch them up next week. And the difference between the reason it's such a bigger game for the Chiefs, and we'll talk about this Sunday, is that the Chiefs don't play in the NFC North.
No.
Yeah,
The NFC
yeah.
North it's pretty shit.
Yeah.
right? The
The
Ravens
AFC North, you mean?
the AFC North, sorry.
Yep.
The Ravens can afford to go to 1-3, and they can still win that division quite easily, I would say.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs go to
I think they were 1-3 last year too, weren't they?
if the Chiefs go to 1-4, it's over.
No,
Yeah.
we were talking about this before the show. The 7th seed, there's no competition for the 7th seed.
Potentially, but I don't know. If they go to 1-4, I don't know if they can turn it around.
Yeah.
Personally, we'll see how it plays out. Like it said,
Yeah.
if anyone could do it, it would be the Chiefs. They gotta get
Absolutely.
some
No
players
one's going to
up.
be cheering harder for them to miss than me.
Very fair. Very fair. All right, let's get to the game of the week.
You're
Lions,
not sour about that loss, are you?
bullying.
Pardon? Yes,
You're
I'm
not
very sour. Yes, I'm very sour.
Self-awareness. It's
Very
great. It's
sour.
great.
Bunch
No,
of
He's
cheats.
sour as one of those sour strap lollies.
Game of the week.
Worse.
Listen, you Malakas, right?
Hey.
I don't have to bring out the big words on the podcast.
Oh,
Stop it.
jeepers.
Yeah, call us what you call us off air.
Hey,
I can't. It's,
Hey.
we'll literally be
I'm
cancelled.
going to tell you guys right now,
Yeah, Ravens.
the
talk to
Lions
us.
went into M&T Bank Stadium
Mhm.
and absolutely bullied the
Because
Ravens.
they're better.
They are better.
They are
They
better.
just
You-
absolutely bullied them.
You scoffed at us for saying
I did
the Lions
scoff.
would win.
and
I
I
will
went
happily
through
call
it and teared it
And I
off.
will happily say that I was 100% wrong because this scoreline of 38-30
It's flattering.
is flattering.
Yeah.
The Ravens were nowhere near
They
it.
got a
And-
chunk time TD.
And even if you take the fumble away, which we'll talk about the fumble in a minute, we'll talk about Sir Fumbles a lot in a minute.
Bad.
They ran the ball down their throat all night, which is very un-Ravens like.
Look, Roquan Smith is still hearing Panay Sewell coming to get him.
He had that was probably his worst game in a Ravens uniform, I reckon.
He's
He's going to have nightmares about
playing
that.
terribly, and great scheme by the Lions to have Panay Sewell blocking him every single play. That is smart coaching.
Knowing that he's not good at shedding blocks as well.
Exactly.
So then you get your best blocker on him and you just...
And then
Saul's a big man
poor,
too.
poor fool the Ravens to not go, Roquan's getting his ass kicked in the middle there. Let's move him out to Sam or Will and get
Yeah,
him
but
away
this is
from
what we've
Sewell.
been talking about for the last 2 years,
It's
basically.
bad. It was bad. by
It's
them.
bad coaching, man. Like
Now-
it comes to coaching.
I agree. But in saying that, it comes to coaching. They were a 4th down, magnificent pass and magnificent call from Dan Campbell from winning this game, the Ravens.
Do you
it
think
was-
Harbrow goes for it on that 4th down?
Probably not. Probably not.
That's the
But this
difference.
is what I'm saying. If they don't get that 4th down, I guarantee you the Ravens drive the field and score.
Oh, yeah, sure, but
I'm
when
crediting- I'm
when you're a
crediting
good
them.
team with good players,
You win games.
you've got the balls to make that call.
Yes.
That's how you win these big games. You can't like wait for the other team to lose. You've got to go and take
No.
it.
But what
And
I'm
that's what-
saying
On the road.
is-
Yeah, especially on the road.
But
Absolutely.
what I'm saying is that let's just say, and this is all hypothetical, obviously, he doesn't complete that pass. We're talking very differently, right? No one's ragging on Dan Campbell because everyone's going to stand by him because that's just what he does, right? But the Ravens have lost 2 games this year to the Bills and the Lions, who are both extremely good teams.
Well, guess what? They have to beat both those teams to win a
To
Super
win the
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
I agree,
Pretty
and
much,
what,
yeah.
what I'm saying is saying that the scoreline was flattering is probably a bit unfair because it was literally a 4th down away from this game being for the Ravens to take.
Potentially tie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I just want,
assuming.
yes, but assuming yes, and I just just the way they were playing, it looked that way. I just wanted to highlight. I put up something today. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens are averaging 37 points per game. Lamar Jackson is leading the league in passing touchdowns, total touchdowns, and has 0 turnovers.
Mhm.
And the Ravens are 1-2. The issue with the Ravens right now is their defense cannot stop anybody when it matters.
Yep.
It was the issue with them in the playoffs last year.
It was.
Whenever it mattered, they
All
couldn't
year.
stop them all year. You're right.
They
especially down
got
the
burnt.
stretch.
They got burnt. That's why there was that meme about all their DBs being burnt toast.
Yeah.
So,
So,
name,
Like,
great
and
name, by the way.
like we're laughing about it, but it's legit what happened. And then we have, Ravens fans that we know that are like, no.
No, it's a fact. No,
Yeah.
it's a fact. It's a fact.
They get burnt.
Ravens fans.
Shit. The shout out to the bird toast meme. That's a top 5 meme all time for me.
Hey,
I loved it.
Shout out to the Lions. They got their bell rung week 1 against Green Bay.
Yep.
And from that moment on, they
There
had
was particular
beat the
people that
living-
wrote them off.
100%. They beat the living shit out of the Bears and beat the living shit out of the Ravens. Like, not scoreline, but physically.
No, physically they beat them up, man. They bullied them all game.
Yeah, 100%. Our camera's gone. The battery's out. We're done for tonight.
Oh, we're at
Uh,
Seattle preview.
Oh, actually, I'll change the camera over then.
No, we don't have to talk about it.
I just want to talk about Henry for a minute. Is the
Yeah.
fumbles becoming an issue? He's fumbled 3 times already this year.
Yeah.
And in 23 and 24, I looked it up. In 23 and 24, he only fumbled twice for 2 years, and now he's fumbled once in each game.
Like I
Is it
said
becoming
in
an
our
issue?
group chat, he's got money on the Ravens under for the year. He has to, because he's too good of a player for too long of a time to have fumbles in key moments like he has. He's too good of a player. Now I don't
So
know
why
if
does it
he's
keep
hit
happening
that.
then, Scott?
Well,
But it keeps happening.
there's old running backs. A lot of there's not that much tread on the tires.
the
Like
thing-
this
'cause the
was
thing
a
is, right?
foreseeable thing.
Because they're 2 losses, if you want to like be a dick about it, he's kind of cost them those 2 games.
100% he has. The
So-
Bills, he definitely did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a
This
dick.
one, not as much. This one was the Lions winning it. I truly think it was the Lions going, I'm taking this game.
Yeah, but that punch out was a pivotal moment, man.
It was a great play by Hutchinson.
Hutchinson's
though.
a doll.
And in fairness against the Bills, like,
Ed Oliver.
Ed Oliver, he whipped that out of his hands, man.
Yeah.
Like, yes, they're bad fumbles, don't get me wrong, but I don't reckon they're all like him just in the open field and the guy hits him in the legs and he just drops the ball.
No, of course not.
They were good play. Like,
They were good. They
Hutchinson's
were
play
good plays.
was unreal. He came back to the play.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and punched
Like-
it out from behind.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it was a great heads up play.
Hutchinson's fourth quarter was like deep boy sort of caliber. He had the sack to end their drive when they were up by 4 points, which allowed the Lions to go back ahead with the fourth
Was that
down
his
conversion.
first tackle for the game as well?
Something like that.
First
And
tackle
then-
was the
and
stack,
then-
and then his second one was the
And
fumble.
then the next drive was him working back and punching the ball
Yeah.
out. Like, that's what big players do,
yeah,
right?
they do.
And that's what the Ravens are lacking defensively. They're lacking that big player. It was Roquan for a time, but it just seems to not be him anymore.
Mhm.
It was
Well-
Hamilton. It doesn't seem to be him this season. I don't know where it's coming from, but they need to work it out real quick.
Hamilton got burnt on that 4th down play as well because he bit hard down on that play action and then actually held and it was called a holding. But
In
they waved it
fairness,
off.
on that play, you've got to play run first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was a perfect throw from Goff.
It was beautiful.
Even with the hold, like even without the hold, I still it would have had to be a perfect throw. Still, Goff was very good in this game. Long
was.
drives,
It was.
consistent. Anyway,
They
let's
had
quickly,
I think didn't they have 2 drives for like 90 yards or something?
two drives over 90 yards and over 8 minutes off the clock on 2 drives.
Massive. That's
and,
massive.
and the big one, touchdowns, 1 on a 4th down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Dan Campbell went,
On the road.
I'm not driving the whole field.
On the road, man.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
huge.
driving the whole field to not get a touchdown. We're getting a touchdown.
This is a great win.
That's what I said.
And
season-
Bryce
season-
Gibbs, not Bryce Gibbs, I always say Bryce Gibbs.
Shout out, Broski.
Shout out Bryce Gibbs. Jameer Gibbs absolutely got going in this game, and Montgomery.
This is a season-defining win for the Lions.
Montgomery definitely played well. But no, this is what I said. Good teams that have good O-lines and good running backs travel well. And they can beat anyone on the road.
I
That's
think
what
so too.
happened.
Shout out.
All right, quickly we'll preview Thursday night football. Seattle. It's Arizona.
Arizona.
At Seattle
No, Seattle at Arizona.
Arizona.
at Arizona. This is it's only a good game because it's a
Because
division,
division game.
and
yeah.
it'll be tight. I don't know. We can just give our 2 cents on it quickly. I think Seattle are going to give them a touch up. I don't think Arizona are very good at all. I think Kyle Murray's a liability. Seattle's defense is very, very good, and they're going to give. They might only win it by 10 points or something, but it will be one of those games where you're like, Arizona have got no chance here.
Yeah, I think Arizona's defense is a little bit better than what people give it credit for.
Yep.
I want to see Gunslinger Sam.
Yeah,
I'm
you
waiting
ready
for it. I'm waiting for it. Ride or die. Let's go. I want to see 30 attempts. I don't want to see it controlled. He's looked
Yeah, I
very
disagree.
good.
I think that's exactly what they should do. Just control the game, and they don't need to do too much to beat Arizona because Arizona are not that good. So why do it?
Nah, open the
They'll-
door up.
Yeah, I
want
wanna
to
see it.
Darnold. Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't think they will. It's not
Nah, they
especially
definitely won't.
on the road. They'll just run the ball, control the clock, take what the
Actually-
defense gives, maybe throw 1 or 2 over the top.
Do you know
and that's it?
Seattle's ranked second for the most explosive plays on offense,
Okay,
and they had none against San Francisco.
Is that true?
So Yeah.
shout out.
How do you know all this stuff, Scott?
just happen to know.
Do you
because-
read about it?
Just happen
He
to
read
know.
it. He read it in a book.
In a
Yeah.
book.
No, I think we're definitely more talented than them. So there's always weird shit that happens when they see these two play in Arizona. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. But I think that we should. Win.
Arizona are slight favorites according to ESPN.
Oh, there you go. Put money on Seahawks.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
take-
interesting.
I don't think they will be in the betting books, just quietly. All right. Anything else from this game, or we can get out of here?
Nah, let's get out of here.
All right. Make sure Sporting Globe app, change it to the Vault Studio. It goes a long way to helping us
Yeah,
out.
get around
Shout out
us.
to Sporting Globe. This show is proudly brought to you by the Sporting Globe, Churnside Park. And peace out everyone for watching.
Change
your
We'll
apps.
see you. Change your apps. We'll see you Sunday.
Peace.